Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Geek Fruit with fellow and television geeks Tejas, Jishnu and Dinkar as they discuss the world of science fiction and nerd culture.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Well, Justin Bieber has left the country and Shah Rukh
Thank
Khan's...
goodness.
Well, yeah, Shah Rukh Khan's TED Talk is up on YouTube. United has won the match, gone into the Europa finals, but who cares? We are not talking about none of these because we are TFG Indian Football Podcast and we only talk about Indian football. A hell lot of things are happening.
Indian football में इतना मसाला है.
Exactly. We don't need the other stuff. We don't need those other ingredients just to make it spice it up. We are already so much spices we have. The biggest spice over here is AIFF and IMG-Reliance, of course, and how can we not talk about that? And even if Fed Cup is going on, we always have different news every day. I mean, there were days when we used to wait, okay, what do we talk about today? Because we're a daily show. And now, thanks to AIFF and again IMG-Reliance for giving us a hell lot of topics to talk about. Now, what happened yesterday? Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about, man? There were enough things going on in Indian football. This is something that has been pushed on us that we have to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ahead.
I mean, there were after I-League and everything that's going on, we were like, okay, what else?
नहीं, but I'll tell you what, there are so many listeners of us जो Twitter पे आके बोलते हैं कि like कल का podcast सुनने में मजा आएगा. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Even everything is welcome. Critics and positive news, everything. That's why we are houseful today. I mean, except one is joining us via Skype. You heard Nikhil. Kevin is also here on the studio. You will hear him on course. Now, yesterday, FSDL have sent out a letter has released a letter saying that they are open for new bids. They have released 10. They've asked 10 cities to put down their papers and ask for new franchises to come up with new teams. That now it looks like 18 teams will be there because 8 is already existing.
No.
I mean, of course not.
No.
I mean, we'll come to it. That's how the first realization was, right? Okay, this is how it's going to be. This is how it looks like. But then it so happened that there are 3 cities out of that which are, in West Bengal, as in like part of West Bengal. One is Kolkata, of course. There's Durgapur, there's Siliguri. And then there was, these 3 matter the most because Durgapur has Mohun Bagan's base, Siliguri has East Bengal's base, and there you go, Kolkata has ATK. Well, that's how it's going to be like. Though the ego clashes of Mohun Bagan and East Bengal will be like, no, we're not going to play outside Kolkata. But hey, everything is set. 14th to 24th May are the dates being given, and 25th May.
Who told you everything is set?
Well, of
because
course it's set. I mean, do you think
Mitra
it's
just
not?
came up with a statement. Look, East Bengal official Kalyan Majumdar had released an official statement saying we are not going to bid for ISL, and Anjan Mitra just came up with a statement saying we are not going to bid for ISL.
Don't believe them to the T. You never know what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, we know that tomorrow the things may change and they may just jump backwards on their words and suddenly bid.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as it seems if you just assume that East Bengal and Mohun Bagan will just come into it without thoughts and considerations, because too much is at stake here.
Now the other cities that have been given entry for here is Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Cuttack, Hyderabad, Ranchi and Thiruvananthapuram. Now that's a bit, I don't know who will challenge KBFC in ISL because they've even taken the whole name for, it's called Kerala Blasters.
Anybody from North Kerala. KBFC is from Kochi. It's based in Kochi.
Yeah,
but most of its fans from North Kerala. So if a team comes up from Malappuram, say, they will take away half the fan base of KBFC.
Yeah, but then again, it's you're giving the stadium in Trivandrum. As in, how does that help? It's again a town area. It's like saying Kolaba is there and then I'm giving you Charni Road. They both fall in the same area. Why will anyone come again travel to the place?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because the Greenfield Stadium, it was made with a private public partnership, and that stadium is pretty good actually. It's a cricket ground, and that is one of my I don't understand Kerala. Football is so popular over there, but all their prominent teams play on cricket stadiums. I don't know why. So it's a beautiful stadium though. SAF Championship happened over there, but there's no team out of there, so they are just facing a loss. And I think the contract is limited. Only a few years, the corporation which helped develop it can make a profit off of it before it goes to the government. So they are desperate for a team over there, and they charge a bomb. That's one of the reasons why the Federation Cup is happening in Cuttack, because they charge like crazy for rent of the stadium. So they are them being part of this is, I think, an SOS call from that corporation. Please, somebody come and play here, because we are making a huge loss on the stadium.
Now, Nikhil, let me get into this conversation. Like, what do you make of this? Why there are 3 cities of the same, state part of this 10 city that you're seeing? But there are 3 already one state say.
I think that will be very beautifully explained by Ocha. He is like all gearing up for it. But, the main thing, we thought Aizawl FC winning the league will actually make things difficult for IMGR and AIFF. It didn't. It was a blessing in disguise that Aizawl won, and now we have situation like this where ISL has just given bit like EB, MB. If you want to join in, please join in. Otherwise, I-League mein raho. And then what will happen? Like as mentioned in the article by Chiranjit on our website, thefangarage.com, that most of the clubs in I-League, because these 2 leagues will be running in tandem. Okay, and obviously the whole focus will be on ISL. So other than EB, MB, BFC, the other clubs will find it very difficult to sustain in I-League, because I-League won't get that. Kitna bhi bolne do AIFF, IMGR ne ki it's the top division, we'll give equal importance. Nothing is gonna happen. And then these 3 clubs will left like nowhere other than joining the ISL bandwagon, and they then will have to accept to the terms of ISL. So
no, the thing is that the timing of this bid that they have asked, and they have only given till 25th to submit the bid. That this is actually playing on a possibility. They are trying to project that हमको तो पता है, AFC will look at our plan and they will say बहुत बढ़िया है, चलते रहो ऐसे, ठीक है. That's what they are trying to project, but I don't think they can be that sure that AFC will say okay, let's run these side by side. Okay, that may not happen, and that is why they want to get it done by 25th, so that the clubs do not get that chance to make an informed decision on what AFC says. Because if AFC comes and says that you cannot run a private tournament in parallel to I-League, if they somehow make that decision, then the advantage is all back to East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC, because then ISL has no choice but to take them in order to gain legitimacy at as the top division. Otherwise, it can't expand.
Oja, I guess Bengaluru FC doesn't, fall into that problematic category, because they are okay playing with ISL. I mean, there is absolutely no word from them.
There is no problem with them financially. They can fund the team in ISL. They have enough money, but I think they want to play in the top division, whatever it is. Okay, so if ISL does not become top division, which will only happen if East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC all 3 join ISL, then the ISL can gain legitimacy as a top division. Otherwise, it will just be I-League which will stay, because Bengaluru FC will stay whichever is the top division. East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, Aizawl FC, everybody wants to play in the top division. I think they are still playing the last card that they can before all these clubs unite. Because the reason they cannot just go and say, okay, we don't need any club from I-League, we will just steamroll entire league and say ISL is the top division. They cannot do that, because Aizawl FC has shown they have enough political clout. East Bengal and Mohun Bagan have huge amount of political clout, connection to multiple major political parties for the officials, and Bengaluru FC are backed by one of the biggest corporate entities in the country. They have money power, and corporate power brings political influence as well. So if East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, Aizawl FC, Bengaluru FC all feel slighted at the same time, then ISL will finally have a proper challenge against them, because those 4 can go to court, those 4 can bring them down. That's why ISL is not pushing for a top division sanction without these clubs. Okay, they don't want to piss off anybody. If East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC suddenly accept these terms and become on the side of ISL, then ISL FC by themselves, despite all their protests, may not be able to stop ISL from becoming a top division, forcefully relegating ISL FC, which would be a shame. But that is still how the political, what do you call it, the scale weighs. Okay, so till now, East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are looking out for their own interests. Bengaluru FC are looking out for their own interests, and ISL FC are fighting alone.
I'll Bengaluru is the neutral party over here. They are just they don't care whatever is happening in the background.
That's the thing.
They are like we are going on a vacation. Just call us when is the last day to submit, and we'll take an entry in whatever it is.
They were never in doubt that they can't afford to play in top division.
But I'll tell you what, Oja, listen. If you look at the history of Indian football, I-League clubs have never united. Even when the idea of ISL was formed, all this, they actually formed a committee. I can't recollect the name, but nothing happened. And even today, as you said, EB, MB, BFC, they're all looking for their own interest. And
that's what. But if you give them a common cause, that you are making that ISL will be the new top division and you're not.
Who will
If IMG-Reliance go for that path, that's the reason they are not pushing for ISL to be top division today. They're not explicitly saying it, because that would be the biggest trump card that they could possibly use right now.
No, see, even if, like you're saying, that they can't sustain without these three teams, even if now this is one phase where they are saying probably they're on the road to make it a top division league. Okay, why can't ISL not still go ahead, have new teams from these specified cities and the existing ones, and still call themselves the top division? They can function.
Yeah, they can. Because if they say they are top division. Okay, right now, then East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and ISL FC may join hands. And they
I don't feel so. See, what I feel is they will not go for this tag of top division or premier division of the country. They will
not now.
What they will try with, the AFC Congress is they will try to get permission to run a league in tandem and then wait for I-League to fold. So automatically then the tag moves from I-League to ISL.
I think if that happens,
it does.
Yeah, it's almost the death of Indian football, because
I don't think so.
It will be, because if you have a league running in parallel, you don't have enough pool of players to give it a competitive. That tag is not there for both leagues. It will be one-sided. ISL will have all the best players. You will not have players paying.
I feel that is what IMGR wanted. They wanted ISL to be on the top. They wanted I-League to be the second division, and then it will follow with the next years. But this is, we don't have enough pool of players. That is not, it's not an individual's problem. It's a problem of all the clubs in the country, including the ISL teams.
So the clubs are not really showing that they have enough to take it through this tough phase, because they are just letting IMG and Reliance.
No, I think, see, what East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are playing the game of is we will just wait it out so that we can play in Kolkata for the next 2 years. We don't want, they're saying we don't want ATK to have this tag of exclusivity over Kolkata at all. If they play in I-League, they get to play out of YBK, they get to play out of Barasat or wherever they want to. Okay. So if they join ISL now, they will have to move to Durgapur and Siliguri.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I think is the biggest problem. Even if franchisee fee was negotiable, this is the biggest roadblock in that whole thing. That's why the invitation to bid specifically mentions that those for only 2 years you have to play out of Durgapur and Siliguri if you register from Kolkata. But they don't.
Okay.
They don't.
Oja, for our new listeners who are new to Indian football, can you just explain why Durgapur and why Siliguri are there?
Well, because Durgapur has this stadium, the Sale Stadium, which has a terrible pitch the last time I visited it. But it has really good galleries. It can hold almost 25,000 people. So if they just relay
and
the
it's
grass...
a good fan base for Mohun Bagan.
It's a really good fan base. It's a really football following city. It's a industrial city that was founded. So people who came here are actually from that Kolkata, North Kolkata region. Okay, a lot of East Bengal fans are also here who came and settled. But it's predominantly a Mohun Bagan town, and if Mohun Bagan play out of here, I think people will travel from Kolkata as well. It's like 4 hours from Kolkata.
Okay.
Okay, by an express train. So it won't be like they will have a problem selling tickets. But obviously they don't want to be displaced. They don't want to be seen as the team that's not from Kolkata.
Okay. And same is the case with East Bengal in Siliguri.
Same is the case with East Bengal. Obviously, whenever you see East Bengal playing in Siliguri, the response is huge. Yeah. So they will sell tickets. They will get good crowd, but they don't want to be out of Kolkata because Kolkata has been their home for almost 100 years. Same with more than 100 years for Mohun Bagan. So why should they just give it away? Because Atletico de Kolkata have signed something with IMG-Reliance that doesn't even concern the top division league. Okay. And also the fact remains that East Bengal and Mohun Bagan want to play in top division. They do not want any part of a private tournament. Okay. So that's what it is. They want to play in top division and they want to play out of their own actual home, not just go to some.
So clarify my doubt. So if given that East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are not bidding for ISL, okay, they stay in I League.
That's what it looks like now.
So tell me, who will play from where?
So Tata Group may come in through either Jamshedpur or Ranchi. That's why those cities have been listed. And I'm not even aware if somebody else is bidding.
No, I'm asking about in Kolkata, if East Bengal and Mohun Bagan continues to play in I League and ATK continues to play in ISL, who will play from where?
Everybody will play from, I think, Salt Lake Stadium. Okay, it will be a tough thing because they will have to remove all the advertising boards after each match. They will have to make it that when ATK is playing abroad, playing away from home, that week you give East Bengal and Mohun Bagan home games. So ISL and I League, the fixtures will have to be adjusted. Some of the I League matches may even be moved to Barasat, but I don't know. Or they can easily work it out because.
Is it possible that ATK will take Ravindra Sarovar? They don't want to play in YBK?
Yes, it's quite. No, they obviously want to play in YBK because they think they have a lot of fans. When ATK play in YBK, the East Bengal and Mohun Bagan fans around the area come to support them, or at least just see the match. Of course, they can show off that number because anybody who's coming, they're still coming. That's still a number that you can show as your own supporter base. So obviously, ATK want YBK. Everybody in Kolkata wants to play out of Salt Lake Stadium because why wouldn't you want to play?
So what happens about the letter that Mohun Bagan has shared with everyone? Showing that they are in support and that they are in the same cause for all the I-League clubs. So right now, if you consider the parallel league structure that is that's looking a very, it's not a distant possibility. It's looking very much happening that I-League and ISL will run together. So for me, it's the problem where the players make a choice. They will obviously not go for somewhere they are being paid less because it's a career for them after all. And that is what IMG-Reliance have in mind, and that is the point that they have taken forward. It's a very smart and thoughtful move. You cannot say it's
a shrewd move. Yes.
Very witty. Just like we said, they might go to the AFC Congress and, when they said no, everybody thought, they'll be shut shop and they'll come back and no, they just played another sixer. I mean, it's another goal for them.
Obviously, the idea is to see if East Bengal, Mohun Bagan apply. And the moment East Bengal and Mohun Bagan give any signs that they will bid for an ISL berth, Bengaluru FC will jump in immediately because they will know that the inclusion of these three clubs will make ISL the new top division. So it makes no sense for them not to jump in.
I think Mohun Bagan and East
there.
Bengal are just beating around the bush. They're just making all the sounds, and in the end, they will just join the ISL. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know what they will do because I think the language of the bid makes me suggest that they are trying to sweeten it as much possible for East Bengal and Mohun Bagan because I think even though they are posturing it and they are playing this move right now, even they don't know whether AFC will in the end agree to a parallel league or not. And if AFC comes and says, no, you cannot run this parallelly, then this entire bidding process may go for a toss. The only way it does not go for a toss if they have bid from East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC, because then they can say, okay, ISL is the new top division.
Okay, so for me, how the picture will work out is ISL will no longer be the preferred the top division, but it will continue as a private tournament. But
if these clubs
it's AFC who's already, I think, in the background, already given them the permission that you can have a parallel league. If it wasn't the case, they wouldn't even ask for bidders. For me, it's almost a done deal.
They would. They want to project that it's a done deal. Okay. If there is no parallel league, they can still add just Tata and have a 9-team ISL that just completes within 3 months. Okay. If they don't do it now, then they don't get to even do it, because if ISL and I-League remain separate, then there is no way Bengaluru FC, East Bengal or Mohun Bagan show interest in joining ISL.
Okay, so
the rules that's the game there.
They're not showing it off. I mean, you don't have to closely see. They can be good actors as well in the end.
You know, EB is in such a mess right now. Because ek jagah pe they have this eye on ISL, but then they themselves have said we want to play in the top division, which is I-League.
Since you've called it, we will claim that spot.
But wherever they go will be the top division in the end, because that's the thing. So
that is a thing that take it in this way. Don't think that Mohun Bagan and East Bengal helped ISL to be the top division. That is the end plan of ISL itself. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a very good ball game from them.
They can just have a full merger in 2020 when there is no more city-based restrictions, and the suspicion we had that the franchisee contracts were just for 6 years. I think it got confirmed when we saw that. They explicitly mentioned that after 2018, 1920 or something, or after the next 2 seasons, there will be no more restrictions for any city-based team to join and be a rival to an existing ISL franchisee. So if that is the case, then maybe it's quite possible that in 2020 they will say, okay, everybody come in. Okay, we will have a new contract system, no franchisee fees. Just ISL or IMG-Reliance makes its money by taking a bigger share out of the central pool sponsorship. Okay, that way they get their money, and the teams don't have to pay any franchisee fee, high ones. So I think that will depend on how many clubs in I-League survive.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think better than having the rules bent and AFC taking a neutral stand, it's better that India doesn't play the AFC or the Asian competition. I hope we go towards I hope we go towards the Indonesia way, at least.
You want India to get suspended just when our FIFA ranking is doing better?
No, really, for me, it's something that is like a conspiracy that's going on over here, and there is nobody being united. Where at the time where you require all the clubs to have their say, to put out their opinion, there is just one club or 2 clubs that really show their interest, that they want to be there for the development of football. Others are just being there just to be part of the national television and to get all the limelight. That's what I feel is happening right now.
No, a lot of the clubs are actually working very hard for development. Like Minerva Punjab have a good academy. Shillong Lajong have done so much over the last few years to develop football in the Northeast. Chennai City are building their own stadium. DSK Shivajans already have a really good academy, which even Indian national team uses sometimes to practice. So a lot of the clubs are doing stuff to develop, but the clubs I just mentioned are not even being considered for ISL. So that tells you where the ISL's interests lie. You pay franchisee fee and you do nothing, you still get in. You don't pay franchisee fee and you do everything right, you don't get in. I just
want to say something what Nikhil mentioned. Just when we thought that ISL winning would change the whole ball game, but it's like. When this news broke out last night, me and Nikhil were just talking about the possibilities and everything, and I made a point which I would like to repeat here. Just when you thought probably AIFF and whoever's behind. Let's not talk just about AIFF. Whoever's behind in running in football had a chance.
It's not AIFF, we know that.
Yeah, exactly. Had a chance to probably make use of the Northeast that everyone, whoever's not even following Indian football per se, has been saying that Northeast is where you get football. People are just growing there. Everyone knows football. National team is benefiting from the same. So all of this, it's like just, you wanted them to make good use of that market and not just make it a prospect for getting players to the national team, but also make it a vibrant place to, probably have matches, make it big, use it in terms of market profiting everyone, not in just terms of getting players. But it's like, it just went to say that, shut shop. Just shut the shop completely.
That was the most important part of that ITB. It has invited bids from Cuttack and Hyderabad, but not from ISL.
Yeah, nothing from nowhere from the Northeast. It's crazy.
No team from Northeast. They are giving Northeast United an exclusivity over 8 seats.
Exactly.
They're not even considering anything from Shillong or Northeast. They're not even going to give them a window for applying and just following their rules even.
Yeah,
that is like preposterous.
Just like you must have heard Chiranjit say before also, because he's been there. You see there are 4 active clubs in Aizawl itself. In Mizoram, just going hand by hand.
Quite more than 4.
Exactly. 4 which are known at least, where you see fan base and everything. But there are more clubs. It's just so, I don't know, ridiculous. Or what other word could I use here? They're just playing.
So imagine if ISL does become the top division and it deliberately, through a systematic bid process, works to exclude Aizawl from having a presence in the top division. How shameful is that? And how unfair is that to Aizawl FC?
Absolutely.
What if East Bengal and Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC act selfishly and submit a bid now? They're actively throwing Aizawl FC under the bus.
Yep.
They're actively throwing Shillong Lajong under the bus.
That's exactly that's what looks possible right now.
No, that's what, even if somebody, let's say some billionaire comes and says, okay, I will sponsor Aizawl FC for the next season and we want to bid in ISL. There is no option because they are not inviting bids from Aizawl.
Yeah. But this
even
won't
if
happen.
The government comes in. Yeah. No, even if it
this
happens.
Won't happen because, see, the writing is on the cards. As you said, Bagan and East Bengal will not apply for ISL berth. They will continue to play in I-League, and this will only happen because they want Aizawl to be in the top division. Okay, not EBMB, but IMGR.
They don't care about Aizawl.
IMGR, I'm saying. Since Aizawl wants to be in the top division, they'll continue to put I-League as the top division of the country, and EBMB also wants the same, so they will continue to be in I-League till the next 2-3 years.
No, I think if EBMB BFC apply now, ISL will jump for it. They will go for ISL status as the top division because that's the only way they can get that ACL spot, and they want that ACL spot. And I don't think they will get a super.
But then it doesn't suffice the requirement of EBMB. EBMB wanted to be in the top division of the country, which is right now it is I-League.
Yeah.
Right. So they will continue to be in I-League.
If ISL gets bids from East Bengal, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC, then they have enough mileage to say to AIFF, okay, make ISL the new top division.
But then
that's the game.
But then the threat letter of Aizawl still stays.
It stays, but I think they can handle it. It's the sad part. Aizawl FC alone will not be able to do it.
This was a smart way to brush them off, Like, तुम्हें top division league चाहिए, you want to play in that, I've given you. Go. Just go and play in that.
So it's AIFF reading between the lines. They made a statement saying we want to play in the I-League. The top division. The top division. So we'll give them what they want, but we'll not give the status to that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much of read behind the lines in every press release that is coming out of AIFF and ISL.
Remember a line that Praful Patel made?
Cat among the pigeons.
No, not just that. Even bigger than that. why should ISL be I? Why should I League be renamed as ISL? ISL can be renamed as I League.
Yes, that would be the case, right?
Wow, that's like...
That is the height of irony and hypocrisy. Bullshit.
Today on my playlist, it is AC/DC's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap on loop today.
It looks like this is like the biggest scam ever to happen in our country than anything else. Well, we can just keep talking about this, but we have to move on with stuff, and since we are limited on time, we will do that. But as usual, you know where to find us and everything. You can read the TFG take, which is up there on our website, thefangarage.com. Let's head on. We're not ending the show because we know we have to talk about Federation Cup. Now, yesterday, I think ISL East Bengal, it looked like they were playing for, nobody wanted to lose the match, knowing the fact that Churchill had nothing to do with this anymore, because they played first and Chennai thrashed them 3-1. A great way to end Chennai's season as a debutant when playing the top division and first time in Federation Cup. It was a decent performance from Chennai, and hopefully they will continue wherever they are playing, as that's how I should be calling them now. Wherever they are playing, I hope they continue as they are. Well, today we have another set of 2 matches, and I think after today's game we'll finally know the semi-finalists. I mean, it's more or less clear, but the second group, which will play DSK and Shillong play, and then Mohun, Bagan and Bengaluru. Well, before we preview these 2 games, there's a news broke out that the reports have said the Tata Group and Bengaluru FC have submitted their papers to bid for ISL. And well, there you go. I mean, this was nothing a surprise. This
Tata Group from Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur, of course. Well, Bengaluru were never in contention to not go for it. It was given, and then when you saw from among the 10 cities, one was Bengaluru. It was given. Who else but Bengaluru FC would come in?
Bengaluru FC. It's too early for you to submit a bid.
No. The whole thing is that Bengaluru FC may submit the bid now, and they are signaling East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, hey, fall in line. But it's they will only play, I think, if ISL gets the top division. So which will only happen if East Bengal and Mohun Bagan also bid in the next few days. So that will be the game behind the closed doors now, to get East Bengal and Mohun Bagan to bid. If that happens, then East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, Bengaluru come in.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, I don't think
that happens.
Bengaluru
this happens. Everything has happened, and we will just get to know in the coming dates.
It happens only in India.
Bengaluru FC may step back. Bengaluru FC may step back from ISL if ISL does not become the new top division, because they want to play in the top division no matter what. Okay, because that's what they care about. So,
well, let's go. Okay, fine. We'll take your word for that. Okay, let's go. Let's move ahead. DSK plays Shillong, and at 4 p.m. let's talk about that match. Now, we did underestimate DSK in the last game, but they, kind of gave a good fight against. Not a kind of. They just beat Bengaluru 2-0. They take on Shillong, who don't stand a chance. Do they stand a chance?
So what? They didn't stand a chance against Aizawl as well. So they are again standing in between DSK and the Federation Cup spot, the semi-final spot, and they will go all out. And I have full faith in this team that they can hold on to DSK.
Kevin should be made the brand ambassador Shillong,
and they will prevent them from scoring.
Okay.
So the whole the math is that if Shillong Lajong beat DSK Shivajians, they will be on 3 points. Okay. DSK Shivajians will also finish on 3 points. And if Mohun Bagan beat Bengaluru will also finish on 3 points. So we will have 3 teams on 3 points. So it will come down to goal difference, because everybody has beaten each other. There is no clear head-to-head winner here. Okay, so then if Shillong Lajong score like a couple of goals and all that, they will have the best goal difference and they will go through.
So it's like too much to ask from that. But another match that's, here, DSK Shillong, you can't really pick a winner, because both sides are fighting teams, and DSK, after showing what they are a team against Bengaluru, you can't really put them down as well. But the other match, the cracker game, Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru, that's where all eyes will be on. What do you think, Chiranjit, over here? What's going to happen?
Well, I think Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru FC will pull ISL versus East Bengal. Nobody will want to exert themselves too much and tire themselves. They may rest a few players. Mohun Bagan particularly will not care.
Well, another set of interesting matches coming your way, and that's all for today's show. And we are on Twitter as well. 42 Nikhil, Boz_Kevin Chiranjeev, so Justice Matthew 94. Read the TFG take that we wrote about this whole FSDL inviting for new bids up on our website, thefangarage.com. You can listen to our show on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting app. Like, share, subscribe to our channel. Keep the comments coming in, and have a great day, folks. Enjoy the matches. Come back to us, and we shall let you know about. Of course, we'll come enjoy the weekend as well. Have a great day. We will let you know about everything Indian football. Cheers.
एक्सक्यूज मी भैया, एक्सक्यूज मी।
बोलिए मैडम।
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, ड्रिंक्स एंड डेस्टिनेशन है, माय नेबर जकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है। आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम। आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप, सब आपकी उंगलियों पे।